hurry up and start the show, man, G. People been waiting on you all day. I'm just gonna wait till everybody come in. Why you gotta wait till you start the show? Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, come on, come on. Yeah. Yo, G. I see y'all coming in. We got Pretty King. I see him now. Hey, this is Big Gene. You seen the title, Dean Deal, the real truth behind the cop versus the con. You understand? I wanted to get this out here off my chest. I wanted to speak about some things that is going to have people have a better idea. But if they don't, fuck them and feed them beans. Now, when I spoke last week about a lot of stuff and a lot of people coming out and doing some things, I posted some stuff. I didn't post it, but I did a show, and I showed this particular individual. I didn't mention his name. I was trying to show the people who come watch me. I told you this was going to be happening, how people are going to be praising this deviant, this person that they know that beat women. We heard enough stories about it. This person that we know that have certain sexual appetite where he like to see dudes pissing his girl mouth and all this other dumb shit, stuff like that. I told you how certain people was going to be praising him and whether they had their own opinion or not. See, whether they have their own opinion on this individual or not is my concern. It's my concern on what people put out, and they have the right to put out whatever the fuck they want to put out. That's true. But I told you, a friend of my enemy, I consider them my enemy. I don't give a fuck who you are. You understand? People cannot tell me that if I was having this conversation and came on the internet about any other motherfucker that wasn't famous, or me and this dude was just going at each other, motherfuckers wouldn't even give a fuck. Because people never cared about when Puff and D-Rock came on the internet and was talking about me. Did a whole little skit about me. Nobody said a motherfucking thing. But everybody got everything to say because I'm going at dude the way I want to go at dude. See, this conversation that we're going to have today, because I don't understand why niggas in the street or niggas that been in the street, or not even niggas who've been in the street, niggas who went to jail, think that that's some badge of honor. They try to wear that like that's some badge of honor because they went to jail. Nigga, that just means you got caught. You got caught doing whatever you was doing. That's all that means. That means that you had to go on the stake. But before I jump the gun, I want to get this thing off and let motherfuckers know. Because people are trying to put out a narrative that I'm so upset and so mad because Puff only going to get a year or two, a year or so in jail. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he get a year, a day. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if he die in jail. I don't like this motherfucker. I don't fuck with this motherfucker because I've seen not only all the dirty shit he did to people that he supposed to and said that he loved. I want to say that again. I was there, nigga. I seen all the shit that he did to motherfuckers, setting them up. The Notorious B.I.G. We found out that that was a setup. Getting big at that party. We found out later that that was a setup. I was the only nigga telling them not to go. We found that that was a setup. We found out that he set Wolf up to have that beef with the Black Mafia family. Nigga, I was there. It's nothing that I said on this internet that I wasn't saying in 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, all the way up to right now. I just didn't have the platform of the internet to say it. So it's nothing that I've said. And people try to paint the narrative. Why that nigga wait to Puff go to jail? What? Nah. Been talking about how lousy a motherfucker he was. So when I came on the internet and I was doing this shit in 2018 on MREC, Wisdom Clear, before I got my own platform and everything like that, I'm saying the same shit I've been saying. Why he ain't sue me? Stop trying to paint a narrative that what and the dealings I had with this man has something to do with this federal government charges that they had on him. My time with him was totally fucking different. My beef with him is totally fucking different. But y'all want to paint that narrative. The federal government had him come down there and they interviewed him. So then they, nigga, I ain't never been to the, only time I've been to the federal courthouse, nigga, when I was working was to lock a motherfucker up or either take a motherfucker from there or testify on a crime or something like that. Other than the time I went down there. And it ain't none of your motherfucking business why I went down there, because it wasn't down there for the Puff shit. To see him in the eye, look at him in the whole 9 yards, overflow, nigga. I was down there for other reasons, and motherfuckers know the reason why I was down there. People close know because they know how I get down. And before I get off into this whole conversation with you, old boy, because I don't have no beef with you. I was wrong for showing the people what you said, and I should have directed him to what you said, because you said it out your own mouth. Puff is the king of New York. And you caught flack with your own people by saying the shit that you said. He's bigger than Big, he's bigger than Tupac, Jay-Z and all, he's the king of New York. And that is your own perspective. I got that. I'll take responsibility for showing that little clip. But nigga, you showed your true self. You showed why you probably went to jail because you were really an emotional ass nigga and you couldn't hide that. You want to talk about a man's anatomy, and I guess for being a convict, you know, you get a lot of that because all you do all day is look at other men's nigga, and you don't have the luxury of being out here in the world, so you gotta now accept one of them half of homos or them homo niggas in jail, and you now got to have a vagina instead of the real woman. So I understand why you could discuss another man's anatomy and how another man look and be concerned with another man image. You know what I'm saying? And say how good you look and everything, like a motherfucker give a fuck. Nigga, I could tell you one motherfucking thing, nigga, that if me and you walk in a room together, you understand, and it's a bunch of women in there, nigga, the way I put it down, you ain't got a motherfucking chance. Been there, done that. You ain't got a motherfucking chance. Yo, cousin, I'm doing the show right now. All right. All right. I'll let you when I finish. On Divine. Yes, sir. So I'm not even worried about none of that shit, nigga, because I don't discuss other men anatomy, how they look, nigga. Everybody could look at you and look at me and know that you got a face only a mother could love. But this show right now and today, I'm putting people on notice and straight. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't know how you love your enemies. You may kiss them and turn the other cheek. I went to this nigga with an olive leaf in one hand and the infamous words of Arafat. And I had a rifle for freedom in my other hand. And that rifle was to let this nigga know I'm ready to go to war. I had an olive branch in one hand. I had a rifle in the other motherfucking hand. And that's in the infamous words of Arafat. And I dropped the motherfucking olive leaf. And I've been ready to go to war with this nigga for a long time. This nigga put niggas out to get me. I been knew that shit. It was told to me a long time. And I told people I wasn't going to let this nigga rock me to sleep. So I don't know how you niggas love y'all enemies. I don't know what you do or how you let it go or how you deal with it and everything like that. I'm not a convict. I'm not going to get a knife and shank a nigga and all this other shit like that. I handle situations the way I'm handling it. If I want to talk about this nigga every day in my motherfucking life, nigga, what is it to you? If this was any other nigga in the street, any other nigga in the world, and he wasn't Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy, you niggas wouldn't give a fuck. Let's keep it a buck. You niggas wouldn't give a fuck. So the easiest thing to do is to mind your own business. And if this nigga want to take me to court about anything, nigga, I'm welcome. Because a whole lot of shit gonna come out. A whole lot of shit that he don't want to come out. So all you niggas is talking about, yo, Gene, what? Write down the lies Gene told. Post the lies that Gene told. Don't just say Gene lied. Post the lies that Gene told. I bet you can't do that. I bet you can't do that. You niggas talk all that bullshit. And for you, young man, let me just say something to you. I'm good where I'm at 62. I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. Nigga, I was an athlete at one time. Yeah. Got the records, got the fucking, the pictures, the posters, and all. Nigga, I'm good at 62 right now. Yeah, I need a little work, nigga, but you don't know my health. I'm good, nigga. And if I'm not good, I can go because I made the right situations and the right decisions, nigga, I pay that $75 for any hospital I go to, and I ain't got to pay a dime more. Reconstructed back 8 titanium rods, nigga. That was $700,000. $300,000 for my hospital stay. That was $1 million and something that they paid, and I ain't have to pay a $75. I'm good where I'm at. You niggas on this YouTube, this ain't no health plan on this motherfucker. They don't have a pension plan on this YouTube. You niggas get on here and get a little money and get beside yourself. Gene Deal always worked. When you check my Social Security credits, you'll know what I'm talking about. Legal jobs. So you could get on here, man. Listen here. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't come on this internet to have no beef with nobody. And it's going to be the last discussion that I'm going to have about this young man. You understand? Because he clowned himself by saying what he said about Puffin. And yeah, like he said, that was his own opinion. He caught enough flack from the real niggas if he had real niggas around him. Because the real niggas going to look at you suspect. Street cred? Y'all young niggas you don't have to go to jail to have street cred. I know what I did for the streets. I know I helped get niggas out the streets and gave them legit jobs and helped them get legit jobs. I know I helped give block parties and put book bags and bikes and pencils and paper and school supplies in kids' book bags. I know I fed people on the block, cooking the food myself sometimes. We sit out just give motherfuckers who hungry plates. I know so much about the motherfucking streets, nigga, and I ain't never have to do no illegal shit in the street that I know that motherfucking curb was my pillow sometime. You niggas want to make shit up. But let's get into this program right now. The cop versus the con. In New York City and New York State, you have to have an associate's degree to be in law enforcement, whether it's correction, police, or anything that has to do with peace officer status. On the state level, if you're a parole officer, you have to have a college degree with 3 years of social service experience. Any cop in New York City or any law enforcement personnel is a taxpayer. Is a taxpayer. They go to work. Some of them become pillars of their community. Some of them help the people around in their community, and people are glad to have them. People are glad to have them. A lot of cops work off-duty jobs, whether it's security, whether it's at the bouncer club, doorman, whatever you want to do, because a lot of people want people who know the law and that is armed. A lot of people who are real gangsters, a lot of people who really been in the streets and know the streets have some cops that are their best friend. A lot of them grew up with each other. A lot of them know each other. A lot of them keep that friendship because they know a job do not define who a man is. L. Brown, if I send books to the UK, it's like a $35 extra charge, brother. Signed copy. It's like a $35 extra charge. And I don't know about this tariff shit. It could be more now. But I've sent books to the UK all the way to Australia, and it was like a 35, 40, close to a $40 extra charge. You have to write all kind of paperwork to do that, right? Oh man, I missed somebody. Somebody had sent me a super chat or whatever like that. Hold on. Let me see. Can I get that back up? Hold on, yeah. Chevron TV says, "Stay away from convicts, lady." No. This gotta come out, y'all, because these niggas is steady trying to, you know, they try to sneak and act like they don't try to promote how they went to jail and what they did in jail and they were in prison and everything like that. But we're gonna get to the convicts. Let's stay on the cops right now. Oh, here I got a digits right here. Michelle Rudnick, stay strong. We love you, Gene. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you, Mama. I appreciate you saying that, Michelle. You know what I'm saying? I'ma outlive a lot of these niggas. I'ma outlive a lot of these niggas. God ain't finished with me yet. I'ma outlive all these niggas. I'm trying to get this thing up. I don't know how to get it up. Ooh, no Diddy. I don't know how to somebody had super chatted me $4 or $5 and I didn't read their super chat. I'm sorry about that. Drain Master, what's good with you? So now you got a lot of cops who were ex-athletes running around in the streets, and they decide to do something positive by going to school, getting their 65 credit hours. You understand? Their associate's degree or their 65 credit hours to become law enforcement officers. And I salute the brothers in our community. If we had enough black officers, if we had enough black cops from the community, we wouldn't have to worry about our young youth getting gunned down. Drain Master, we will always love you and respect you. Gene, you have said the something for years, no curves in your spine. We with you, big dog. Appreciate you, Drain Master. Salute. So now, I'm going to read the, I know I got to read these super chats now. I learned that. I should have been knew that, but, you know, this is somewhat of a hobby, just giving information, talking to y'all, and letting y'all have another way to think of things. You know, like, because motherfuckers want y'all to believe they propaganda and they bullshit. Like I told people that my beef with Diddy is my beef with Diddy. It don't have nothing to do with none of y'all shit. And I've been saying this shit. And I'm glad one of his minions, Roger Barnes, came out and said, yo, Gene was doing this shit way before you, Vlad. When I was working for Diddy in 2007, 2008, he told us to get Gene. Get at Gene. Kept used to ask us, y'all seen Gene? Y'all did your Gene? He said that shit. So You niggas that got a problem with how I get at somebody, or I'm using this platform to let the people know, man, listen here, fuck y'all and feed y'all beans, man. Because one thing I know for two things I know for certain. You understand? I ain't worrying about not one of you niggas running up on me on nothing. Not nothing. If you get lucky, you beat me to it, you beat me to it, nigga. But it's gonna be hard. And my dude, had you said that shit, and I knew you had said that shit, and I saw you downtown, I would have said to you, nigga, you out your motherfucking mind. That nigga could never be the king of New York. Not Harlem, not New York, period. Not Brooklyn, not New York. Nigga, you say that around some real niggas in the street, they might take your motherfucking head off. Especially after they know how he set Big up. And somebody said something to me the other day, and I never thought about it. After he hung out with D-Rock, what did he have on D-Rock to make D-Rock talk Big into going to that party? He did something to make D-Rock talk him to go to that party, man. And that shit been on my motherfucking mind. And somebody I had a conversation that was this close to Big told me they spoke to Big 2 to 3 hours before he went to that party. He told Big not to go to that party. You bet not, yo, don't go. I'm sending these girls over there. Don't go to that party or nothing. And Clark Kent, God bless the dead, he said, I went to Big's room and Big told me D-Rock and Puff want them to go to that party. D-Rock and Puff. He didn't have to say that. What did D-Rock have to do that when I told him, man, whatever you do, y'all don't come to this party. Something ain't right. Before we left, I'm telling nigga, you ain't lived my life. And for you motherfuckers talk about I need content, nigga, I am the content. I've done so much shit, been so many different places, know so many different stories, dealt with so many different people, helped so many different people, nigga. I can talk for the rest of my motherfucking life. I could talk to your blue in the face. Oh, I got another one of them. Timmy Diamonds. Brother Gene, is it true that you held a grudge with Puffy because he excommunicated you from this? Puff ain't had no power in the same game, nigga. I was a founder of the shit. How you gonna excommunicate me from the same game, bro? Nah, and stole the Slick in the Family concept from you with the Puff Daddy and the family. Yeah, he stole that shit, but that ain't why I fell out with the nigga. First of all, he can't excommunicate me from, and I'm reading this super chat, he can't excommunicate me from the same game, bro. I was a nigga that I left the same game and started Slick in the Family. This nigga stole our title and put Puff Daddy in the family like that, but you know, he stole shit from everybody. One day I'll get in an interview and a nigga asks me, you know, what happened. If they don't read the books and shit like that, they'll ask me what happened, what went down, and I'll clarify. And since this third book is gonna be my last book, I'm gonna really put it into together where it could be you could read it and you're like, yo, okay, and really understand it and really go through it like that because you know I'm doing excellent on the book sales with Amazon, but I got 1,000 books of my own that I'm going to sign that I'm trying to sell myself. All right, but Tim Diamonds, thanks for that super chat. And now, whoever told you that shit is a lie, man. I'm not, you know, I'm not mad at the nigga. Like I just told you, I just dropped the olive branch. I don't give a fuck about this nigga. You understand? It's just like the Muslims don't give a fuck about the Jews. The Iranians, the Armenians don't give a fuck about the Muslims. Christians don't like the Muslims. When you don't like a motherfucker and you don't fuck with a motherfucker, you don't like them, you don't fuck with them. And a nigga did some dirty shit and then he tried to praise, like he tried to make y'all believe that he loved D-Ferg, that he loved Wolf, that he loved Big. And I'm there. And I know the truth. Niggas is mad because I'm spitting the truth and telling the truth. Let them come on. I got some more truth that I never even said, that I never even told. Fuck around. And my truth ain't have shit to do with what the federal government had him on charges for. So these niggas trying to paint that picture to y'all. Yo, the federal government brought him in and they said, yo, this nigga, we gonna blow, nigga, get the fuck up out of here. All these niggas that want to play lawyer, all these niggas that want to say they had the paperwork, not one of them ever explained to y'all, well, why the feds didn't put the guns in there and why the feds didn't put the drugs in the paperwork? When they found drugs at his house. They found drugs on his person and at his hotel room. Why they never charged him with that? They had defaced weapons, which is against a federal law. It becomes federal when you find drugs in the house. I told you I had a fraternity brother that's a federal prosecutor, and he said, I don't even know why they ain't charging with that. They had people testify about the gun. They had people testify with the drugs. How they gonna get past that? How you gonna get past that one? Oh, the security that I hired scratched out the serial numbers? Nah. In my room? Yeah, okay. All right. None of them niggas talked about that, bro. And you and only you know the truth about Diddy. He fears you. Please be safe, Gene. No, he don't fear me. Because if he feared me, he would have never told niggas to try to do nothing to me. But I got a tape if something happened to me, certain shit is going to get released. Certain shit is going to get released. And other niggas is going to go to jail behind it. Gene, if I may divert from your topic, but I got a brother missing in the Ville hood, all right, of the Lou. More power. I never hanged around the Ville. Send me your brother name, brother. Text me your brother name, 201-969-6168. I'll shout it out right here on the show and see if anybody's seen him or know him or whatever like that. All right? I'm in the Ville. I'm in North Side. I'm in the Ville. You know what I'm saying? So holler at me. All right? Send me your brother name. So now, these cop dudes who become pillar of the community, that who came out the community and they become on the job, if you know who they are, you know them from growing up with them, you know they some of the realest niggas you ever been with. And they do look out. They do let you know. They do handle you with respect. Samuel Ramsey, thank you for that cash out. Appreciate you. A lot of people come on here, Samuel, and he said Sam Puff betrayed everybody. You got DJ Envy, DJ Enough. You got all these niggas that's coming out saying how he snaked them out of their publishing. He snaked them out of their money and everything for them to feed their families and shit like that. And he did all kind of dirty shit. And you got everybody coming out talking about this nigga. And then you got niggas who never been around him coming in for his defense. Nigga, I'm telling you one motherfucking thing. That nigga wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire. And now, when I said about old boy, you know, she said Puff was the king of New York. Nigga, I wasn't speaking that he paid you. I said they were going to be paying people. They were going to be, you know, niggas were going to be coming forward and doing shit, you know, to get in the next Diddy party and everything like that. If you did the shit on your own, you did the shit on your own. But if a brick hit you, say motherfucking ouch. A cop is a pillar of the fucking community because he paid taxes. He take care of his family. You know you got to take care of your family because if you got a child, nigga, and a chick gets you on child support, you getting about $1,700 a month out of your check taken. I know niggas who had that one child getting $1,700 a month taken out of his check for one child. So they gonna handle their business and they gotta handle their business. Let me see this right here. One thing that's sticking with me is knowing what you know and people discard you. Sign of the times. You've been true to this. They are new to this. Keep standing on truth and those old, new, got you, bro. B Dizzle. Salute, B Dizzle. Appreciate you. Yeah. And the thing about it is, B Dizzle, is that it's these old clown ass niggas that they want me to go back and forth, but I won't be going back and forth. I got nothing else to say to niggas, man. I'm gonna say what I gotta say today about this shit because I want people to understand. Ain't nothing wrong with being a correction officer. It ain't nothing wrong with being a cop. It ain't no wrong with being a sanitation police. There's nothing wrong with being a probation officer. It ain't nothing wrong with being a parole officer. It ain't nothing wrong with being a state police. It ain't no wrong with being a state trooper. It ain't nothing wrong with being a state correction officer. You nigga, it's a job. It's a job that gives you a pension. It's a job that gives you dental health insurance. It's a job. And not only is a job, it's a career. You can make a career out of that. There's some people in law enforcement that's making, as a New York City cop, after you do your 5 or 7 years, because I know they changed it, nigga, you making $100 and some thousand a year. Huh? You making $100 and some thousand a year. As a parole officer, they start you off at $80,000 a year and better. As a parole officer, the base pay is about $80,000 a year. $75 something, then you got hazardous duty pay. There's on top of that, then you got location pay. Comes out to about $80,000 a year. Only one going to be mad at that is a criminal. Now here you got your cons. And I got several brothers that were cons. I got a brother, I'd rather seen him in jail than out on the streets, because out on the streets, he was nothing to be played with. Out on the streets, my mother, even though she loved her son, she worried about him. Everybody from the Lou knew Wink. I think, if I'm not correct, on this north side, he ran them vice lords. His name was Lord Have Mercy. Wink was, I could tell you some stories about my little brother, but I'd rather see him in jail than on the streets. I asked my brother before he died, I said, bro, you can't keep doing this shit. What you gonna do, bro? He said, I'm gonna live off the land. He said, I'm gonna live off the land. My brother went on a boating trip for the first time and took his son, his stepson. My brother went on a boating trip and took his stepson, and the shit collapsed. He put the vest on his stepson. They found his stepson floating down the river, and a barge picked him up. Cape Girardeau is 256 miles away from St. Louis, Missouri. They found my brother there 2 weeks later. My brother told me he was going to live off the land. And this shit is crazy to me. Soon as he went to the water, he died. They found him 2 weeks later on butt fucking naked with one sock on his feet. And I said, that's Wink. Crazy motherfucker. Love him to death. I'm in the house, sleep. This nigga, I wake up out my sleep. This nigga in my pants pocket, then took my wallet. He took my chain with my gold shield around and put it on his neck. I said, wait, the fuck is you doing? He said, I'm about to go get these niggas. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Lord have mercy. Vice Lord. My brother was a con. Had another brother did time. We ain't gonna speak about that the whole 9 yards. But it's where you're raised and how you're raised that you understand that when you become a convicted felon and you behind bars, the taxpayers are paying for you for your 3 hots in the cot. The money that could be going to HBCU schools for child care, for the elderly, Social Security, Medicaid, is going so you can get services behind bars. You a convict. You a convict because you got caught breaking the fucking law. If you niggas hold that pride in your heart for being a convict, for taking away from city, state, and federal governments, I don't know what to say about you motherfuckers. You niggas always got something to say about somebody who's doing something legal to support their families, support what they do, and even support you behind bars. That same cop got taxes out on this shit so you can have 3 hots in the car. So you could go to school, learn some kind of trade. That same cop nigga help pay for you to get a job inside the jail so you could get commissary. But you niggas always want to speak on somebody who did something the right way. Let's hope. Nothing left to say. Listen to Gene. We got kids that's coming up that may want to do law enforcement. Because you stupid motherfuckers that are convicted felons and cons. Because some of y'all never get out that mentality. You always trying to make the cop look bad. You always trying to make the nigga who went to college and got his credits up so he could support his family, so he don't have to be institutionalized, where he don't have to be going to jail, maybe niggas taking their manhood, or the nigga, like some of you niggas, into that boogina cause you like boys now, and you speaking on men anatomy and how they look and what they should do, because you like sitting around looking at other men. You niggas are some weird motherfuckers. What they need to do, I don't give a fuck. Whoever went to prison, whoever go to jail and they get their schooling paid for. They get 3 hots in a cot, a place to stay. All that bullshit. When they come out and get jobs, they need to pay the state back what the state put into them. If the state paid $65,000 to $126,000 for your incarceration per year, nigga, you need to pay at least 1/3 of that back to the state. I gave them time. You ain't get them a motherfucking thing. They need to implement in law that if you are convicted felon and you go to jail, once you come out, if whatever the state paid for your incarceration, you owe 1/3 of that back once you get fucking employment. A lot of you niggas will stop going to jail. A lot of you niggas would decide to be a cop or some other kind of profession. A lot of you niggas wouldn't think it was so all right to commit felonies. Because to tell the truth about it, it's why a lot of you niggas that our communities is fucked up. That our women can't find good niggas. Nigga gonna sit up there. Here go the prison workout. The fuck? Nigga. You glorifying shit, but you trying to act like you're not. You niggas ain't fooling nobody. Got these kids in the street wearing their pants halfway down, flip-flops and motherfucking white socks. Come on, man. The shit you should be teaching, you don't. Yo, jail is the worst motherfucking place you could be, yo, dude. 8x8, 10x10, toilet right there. You got to piss shit in front of another nigga. You got to protect your manhood at all times. You don't get good meals, prison food. Let me just say something. Keisha said, yes, Big Gene. Let me say something to y'all, man. The prison system here in America, unless you in Louisiana, Mississippi, and I think Arizona, and maybe California, they don't make these niggas suffer and work. They make them niggas suffer and work for every little bit they get. New York is like a country club. The federal system, once you go out to those camps and those different prisons, some was like country clubs. These motherfuckers need to pay for their stay now. And I ain't, cause I know it's the industrial complex and they working for these big corporations and shit like that. All right, cool. That's the state getting money back from them from that cheap labor. We know that, but still in all, these niggas is getting a place to stay, a roof over their head, 3 hots in a cot. Some getting education, some getting trade. When they come out, whatever the state paid for these motherfuckers, they need to pay a third of that back into the system, whereas that it can pay for college funding. It can help pay for daycares. once they get out and start working. But now they want to continue to drain the swamp. Writing for music, what's going on with you? A lot of these cats, man, and a lot of people on YouTube, because I done Art of Dialogue and I done all these other programs, you know what I'm saying? I'm not able to go in there, and I don't have a big platform. I don't have a big platform to sit here and people want to listen to, that people can hear the true story and the reasons why, because I got to answer questions that they are paying me to answer. I got to answer questions that they're paying me to answer. It's not like that I can go and tell this particular thing and talk this particular talk. So when all you people see me, you see me on those platforms that want to know the Diddy information or want to know how I feel about that. And I'm letting people know I'm welcoming. I'm welcoming. I've been saying the same shit since 99, since Big Mama held my hand. I've been saying the same shit since Miss Jones held my hand. I've been saying the same shit, you understand, since I walked away. You niggas trying to, yo, Diddy fired me. And you niggas try to, portray this picture. Nigga, he never hired me. Wolf hired me. Wolf hired me. Yo, hire Gene. Put Gene on payroll. He had that kind of power. Put Gene back to work. Give him the days he want. You niggas don't make the story. Y'all make it up. Y'all make it up. Honey Butter, you watching? And Libra Queen, Wolf wasn't only in charge of the security. Wolf had a stake in Bad Boy. He was part of Butt Naked. If Corey Jacobs would not have went to had that 9/16 to life sentences, Corey Jacobs would have been an executive, a CEO of Bad Boy. Wolf was trying to get out that motherfucker. Give me my 300,000. Nigga, I ain't lie. He promised that nigga his money. I was right there when he promised. When I do this Universal deal, I'm gonna give you money. Next thing you know, Wolf, I don't need you no more. Meat said, I don't need you no more. He knew how Wolf was. I was there, nigga. I never said anything that I can't say again in front of that nigga or nobody else. The private prison system that's ran by the corporation, niggas still need to pay. Because the taxpayers are still paying for that. The private prison system are still giving government money to be ran. That was a question somebody asked. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep talking. I don't give man. I don't care about what nobody say. Niggas ain't gonna shut me up. You cannot tell a man what ammunition to bring to war when you started the fucking war. I can prove that he started the fucking war between us. I know what he did. I got the paperwork. I got the arbitrations. I got all the shit when they got Bad Boy in my paperwork. The fuck up out of here. Y'all got to understand, he'll tell his people, yo, tell him to tell that. Tell the FBI it was Gene. Tell the LAPD it was Gene. Tell his senator it was Gene. Stop letting these convicts come and make a mockery. Because they go and they want to go to the law library, learn how to read, learn how to do the paperwork and listen to the paperwork, go over the paperwork. Nigga, I don't have no interest in it. I wrote enough motherfucking board reports, pre-sentence reports. I wrote enough board reports that I can give a fuck about a nigga paperwork. Answer one question. All you motherfuckers that's on this Diddy train, why didn't you think the prosecution didn't charge him with the guns and the drugs? And you tell me you don't think he gave them something that they could use? They knew if those charges was in that paperwork, if they knew that those charges was in that paperwork, that's an automatic federal 5 to 10 years, flat. So tell me, you didn't think they gave him something? Nigga, if they'd have brought me down that motherfucker, I was like, yo, why y'all ain't charging this nigga with the guns and the motherfucking drugs? Other federal prosecutors around the country are saying the same damn thing. Go ask them. Psychic ascendancy? Ascendancy? I don't care about a nigga yapping at me or yapping about me. This niggas don't know me. They don't eat what I eat. They don't go where I go. They don't do what I do. These niggas are ex-cons trying to, make their mark. Nigga, I was there. I wasn't only there with Diddy. I can name about 5 top artists I can name producers that I live with, did work for. Nigga, I just don't need the Diddy. Nigga, these two books have very few conversations in this motherfucker about Diddy. And the people go look at Amazon, tell you how entertaining they are. My World, a Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. By me, Gene Deal. Life After Death when Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star by Gene Deal. Ain't nobody wrote nothing. I wrote every motherfucking word. I was the first nigga that got smart enough to put this QR code in the shit where it goes to pictures. Cash App or PayPal, Big Gene 52 or Big Gene 10 on the Cash App. And I'll send them directly to you. Y'all got to understand this, man. It's going to be a lot of propaganda out here. And I welcome any motherfucker who come at me because I ain't shying away and running from none of it. I'm not dealing with this situation with this ex-con ass nigga. He gonna call me a cop. Thank you. I wear that with a badge of honor. Just like you were being a convict and doing convict push-ups and all this other shit with a bag. I wear my 62 years on this earth, my health, all that. I wear that shit with a badge of honor, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And if you ever want to get together and you want to show what a nigga could do up in a spot with beautiful women, that's my forte. Charming women. Because you put it out there. You put it out there. Anyway, let's see what we got right here. Hey, Mary Pratt, what's going on with you, mama? Well, Linda, go back and watch it. Lucky Lefty, what up, Left? Elisa Little, she said, Black entertainment is over. The last of the Mohegan, nah, with Sean Combs. That nigga, he ain't did no music in the last, what, 15 years. There's more exciting than artists is coming out. Maybe they'll have an opportunity because him and old boy and them was stopping people from coming because they want to try to hold on to their legacy. They trying to hold on to their legacy. Let them niggas die. Yeah, he watched mine. I found out a lot of people watch my podcast. You understand? A lot of people watch my podcast. Well, it's not a podcast. It's just me in the dining room, picture my father behind, article of my father right over there, picture of him and the horse. I'm chilling. I'm in the loo right now. Man, I don't care about nobody. You got to realize these niggas don't eat. What these niggas eat don't make me shit. They can criticize all they want to criticize about me. They fight. My fight with Puff don't have shit to do with them. You understand what I'm saying? It don't have shit to do with them. And the real people understand that. You understand? The real people who know my story understand where I'm coming from. So a nigga's gonna use my name and they mad because that I could come here and give it to y'all raw and plain where you understand where I'm coming from. And then you go and investigate what I've said and what I've done, and you were like, yo, this shit come true. Just like I told y'all, I said, remember the Jam Master Jay story? Nigga gonna call me on that shit. I told y'all when he first happened, I said, I know an individual that's close to Jay's sister, her brother. He's a top DEA agent. He vowed that they was gonna find out what happened to Jam Master Jay and who did it. I said that to y'all. Boom. What happened? Bo D. Kimball. These niggas don't have the same fighter, man. Right now, up until August the 18th, when a new book come out, you get 2 books for 60. That's both of these books. Shipping and handling. You get both books. Send $60 to Big Gene 52 or Big Gene 10. Queen Libra Lioness Empress, 1982, out there in London. What up with you, Ma? Sheila Paler. I'm not gonna stop telling the truth, man. You know, I can look any of these niggas in the eye. Hey, Simply Present. She said, I'm a 62-year-old white woman. And I'm watching Big Gene. Oh, Simply Pleasure. Yeah. So this conversation about the cops and the convict started because, uh, I guess nigga want me to feel bad because I was a quote unquote parole officer. So he said, well, you a cop. You a cop? Yeah, thank you, brother. And you was a convict. So if you're proud of being that, I'm definitely proud of being a cop. If you can praise that and what you took from the community, what you took from your family, People having to send you shit. People had to take care. If you left anything out here on the street and people had to take care of that shit for you, and you could praise that, I could definitely praise for being a cop. Thank you. Social work cop with the degree. Wow. Brooklyn G baby just hit us with a jewel. I'm gonna look that up. Brooklyn Jew. Just the federal government gave the reparation to the YT people in New Mexico and their descendants per person for bombing them in 80 years ago. Wow. But see, we let them motherfuckers change us from Indians to colored to Negro to blacks to Black Americans. In the census, we're the only race that they've changed their names or they changed their ethnicity about 5 or 6 times during the census. So it makes us not entitled to those government funds. When in fact, like the minister said, we are the original. Seven Sadi. Yo, man, I ain't opened up no restaurant. I'm good, bro. I don't want to work. Yo, I'm trying to get out of doing this shit. Lucky Lefty, go ahead and take care of your business, man. Hey, yo, chat, yo, thank y'all, man. And like, I'm not gonna speak on old boy no more. He can say whatever he want to say. They can do whatever they want to do. The proof is in the pudding. You understand? Like my grandmother used to always say, uh, my fight ain't with nobody that last name ain't Combs. So anybody want to take up for him and come up for him and do all that shit like that, y'all gangsters. Do what y'all said y'all gonna do. Meet, see a nigga in the street. That's what y'all gangsters do. That's what your cons do. You understand? See a nigga in the street. I'm the same nigga. I'm right here that you see right here. You gonna get the same nigga. A little different though. I'm not playing those games with nobody. With nobody. Find somebody else to play with. And I'm definitely not worried about none of this shit. So listen here, y'all, man. Um, Hope y'all have a good Sunday dinner. Y'all take care. And I'm headed to get my moms from the airport. They was at the family reunion in Dallas, and we're gonna do a glad show tonight out there at my brother's house. All right, y'all take care. Y'all be good. I hope to see y'all tonight. Peace.